Hey guys, let's talk today about guest marriage. My name is Katya Hawk, and on my channel, I share my positivity and knowledge with you. Guest marriage is a new terminology, definitely goes against the conservative way of building relationships. And it's a very cool thing. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm excited. Maybe someday I will try it. But some of my friends live as partners in guest marriage. What is it? It's when you have two separate places. You live in one place, your partner lives in another place, and you have you two separate lives, and you meet each other and have fun, have good time, love each other, and whatever you do during time together. And then you go to your own spaces, your lives, and live your independent life like that. So that definitely have some pros and cons, and let's talk a little bit deeper about that. Um, Interesting, like write in the comment below. Have you ever heard about it first? And what do you think about the whole idea not to get married and live together, and of course raise kids together and go through all the struggles together? So let's talk a little bit more about guest marriage today. This is new, and it's very popular in Europe and in Russia, mostly in big cities, for people who are already financially independent and can afford to live in second place. So let's talk a little bit about pros of this all this situation. So imagine how fresh your relationship will be if you meet couple times a week, and you prepare yourself and you have good mood and everything, like you're excited, and then you meet each other, give each other the best time, and then you just go and do whatever you do. And on your downtime you can be by yourself, or if you're very busy you don't have time to meet and give good time to person and give your best. So it definitely keeps freshness of the relationship. The second prong I would say is uh, space for personal growth. You still have a partner, but you have time for studying, you have time for continuing education, you have time for hobbies, meet your friends, maybe some travel alone. So it definitely requires a lot of trust between people, but also it gives you a lot of space to do what you want to do. Because when you live together, you're limited to eat whatever uh, person likes to eat. Sometimes maybe that person has to adjust for you, or like put up with hobbies you like to do. Maybe you like to do shootings and person has problem with ears, like so many things can have effect on relationships when you live 24/7 together. And another thing I would say, you have more chance to focus on your career uh, living alone than coming back from work and doing all the routines for other person. Then you don't have place for career growth. You don't have time to study, you don't have time to do more continuing educations. And one more prong, that you don't have to adjust to anyone's routines. Maybe your partner likes to sleep long and you like to wake up early. So when you live in separate households, no one wakes anyone's up, and you can go for a walk in the morning, and your partner on the other side of the town maybe is still sleeping. So that was problem in my first relationship. My husband liked to sleep sometimes to 1 p.m., sometimes to 4 p.m. because he stayed up late. And I was an early bird, and I was kind of waiting. I waited my life because I wanted to do things together, and it didn't work out. It definitely affected the relationship for sure. So uh, let's repeat prongs. So you have space for your time, independence, and growth, and you have freshness in relationship, and you can have focus on career, and you don't have to adjust for anyone's routines. So, but there are a lot of cons on that too. So living alone, even if you have a partner who you hang out with, you still might feel sometimes lonely. And because you don't have that daily intimacy, you don't have hugs, you don't have kisses, You know, some people need it more, some people need it less. I have moods sometimes that I need a hug. I need a hug. Like I want to cuddle someone. Definitely, mm, that happens. I'm not sure how it works. I'm still working on it to figure out if it's moon or if it's like period thing for women. I'm still working on it. Maybe if I figure out a little bit more, I can record video about it. But I'm still thinking about that. And another thing that you may have some communication problem if um, you have different schedules and you have to say something exciting and you want to talk to your partner, but the partner has something else going on at this moment, and you kind of your schedules don't match and you cannot communicate sometimes as fast as you want, or so as fast as if you live together. You just go to different room and say like, oh, but you cannot do it with your partner busy with his friends or something. So another big thing is definitely society pressure and judgment. You will be judged, and your friends, your colleagues will say, "Oh, why don't you live together? Oh, he doesn't want you." Or on the other side, why don't you want to live with her? Maybe she doesn't want you. And society will say, yes, it's time to get married. It's about time. You're already 27. You need to get kids and live with someone, like get married. You don't have to. If you want to, of course, why not? But if you don't want to, please don't listen to this society, because we all grew up fed up with the certain programs which we now try these days to overcome. And another big thing, big con about guest marriage is you can grow apart so fast. Uh, you can meet someone, or your partner can meet someone. It can happen even if you live together, but if you see each other only once, twice a week, definitely you can grow apart and just get into some kind of new interest. And um, but on the other side, if you have that freshness in the relationship, you probably wouldn't be interested in someone else. But you know, life is so interesting, like you never know what's gonna happen. And the biggest con in all this, that it's financially hard to do, to keep two households, to groceries, to electric bills, to everything. So if people have enough income to have separate places, it's perfect. But if you're still in the very beginning and you're struggling, and definitely living together saves on rent, saves on all the bills, and taxes and stuff like that. So let's summarize. Pros and cons. Everything has pros and cons, but you have to figure out for yourself. Do you want to be independent and grow and keep relationship fresh, or you want to save some money and you want constant cuddles, and you have maybe trust issues? That's another thing. In guest marriage, you have to be really trusting the person, and you have to be busy with your life so much that you don't think that other person, like two people, have to be so busy with their lives so they would trust each other and not think like, oh my gosh, what she's doing there, or is she with someone else? No, if you decided to do this thing, just trust each other and enjoy each other. That's it's gonna work the best, and I think it's worth trying. At least try it once, and please like my video if you think it's a good topic to talk about. I can talk more about that. I can give examples of my friends experience in that, also some famous people doing that too, I'm sure. So see you next video. Bye.